Hi everyone, Ryan here bringing you another drum lesson, and today's topic is how to build some coordination over a samba foot pattern. So essentially we're going to break this down and simplify it into three types of rhythms. You can play on the beat, you can play off the beat, or you can play on and off the beat, or constant eighth notes. So we're going to do a few exercises to work on all these combinations, and then we're going to have a go improvising some examples at the end. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so the first exercise I've got for you is to just play the samba right foot and left foot or bass drum and hi-hat pattern. So if you don't know this, we're going to go kick, hats, kick, kick, hats, kick, kick, hats, kick, kick, hats, kick, kick. It would sound something like this. Alright, so practice that, and once you get that down, we can move on to the first exercise, doing some snare drum coordination. So what we're going to do here is we're going to play quarter notes on the beat, and we're just going to play with our right hand to start with. So we're going to play right hand quarters, just sounds like this, over the samba foot pattern. So when you put them together, it'll sound like this. And we want to really be careful that we're not doing any flams. So if you hear some things like that, then you know that you have to go really slow and really make sure they're syncing up. Okay, so once you've practiced that, now we can have a go with the left hand. So same thing with the left hand. Alright, and then we're going to do both hands together. Now, what I like to do is to play both hands on the snare drum. That way you can hear if your hands are flamming. So it'll sound like you're playing one note. So I'll give it a crack. So you can see how it sort of sounds like there's only one note really playing. If you are playing not together, you'll get flams. Okay, so we want to aim to not do that. So we're going to play both hands together, quarter notes on the beat with our samba foot pattern. So this is exercise number 3. Okay, now we're going to play off the beat. So this one can get quite tricky. So right hand off the beat, and it's quite hard because your right hand is syncing up with the bass drum when the bass drum's on the offbeat, of course. The two and, really. So it'll sound like this. So really slowly, it's going to sound like this. Left hand. Both hands together. Okay, so I can't stress enough that you have to really practice this slow. Make sure all your limbs are together before you increase the tempo. So once you get a hold of that, now we're going to play constant eighth notes. So again, I'd start slow, and we're going to play with the right hand. So the right hand's now going to be going ba, 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 ba. So this might sound like a bossa nova at this tempo, but once you practice it and speed it up and give it a bit of a lope, it's going to sound like the samba groove. So right hand, eighth notes over the kick and hi-hat pattern. Flams. Left hand. And then both hands together. Okay, so once you get all these exercises together, now we can work on orchestrating it like we would in an actual samba groove. So instead of playing both hands on the snare now, we can play both hands on the ride cymbal. One hand on the ride cymbal, one hand on the snare. So both hands on different surfaces. So this is more of a setting. So now we can improvise. So if I just improvise on beats, off beats, and a string of notes in a row on and off the beats, we can start to get some ideas that are sounding in the samba kind of vein. So I'm gonna basically choose any of the rhythms we played before, but we're gonna orchestrate it with our hands on right hand on the ride, left hand on the snare, or if you're left-handed, it'll be the opposite. Okay, so let's have a go at that. Okay, so that sounds obviously a little bit stale, but we're just working on the coordination aspect of this exercise. So we can have a go doing this, and once we feel comfortable, you can slowly increase the tempo, and then if you add some dynamics, you add the samba lope, that da 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 da, then it'll start to sound like a samba groove. So I'd really recommend working on these exercises nice and slow and building up that coordination. You could do each exercise for a few minutes a day, and just, there's 9 of them, and then you can have a go at the end just improvising some ideas. And I really recommend that you can start improvising early. The earlier the better. And it's just a case of playing, improvising, and if you make a mistake, go, oh, well, what was that example I messed up? Work on it, boom, and then go back to improvising again. And that way you're kind of fixing all these little discrepancies in your coordination. So yeah, have a go at that. Let me know how you go in the comments below, and I wish you all the best with your practice. If you really enjoyed today's lesson, I'd appreciate it if you hit like, subscribe, and turn bell notifications on. And I'll be doing some more videos, so I'll see you guys in the near future. Take it easy, stay safe, and I'll see you next time for a new drum lesson.